the cue card that what you are going to mention. So you started with the very first line that I'm going to talk about a lake or river I have visited. So you started from here, the introduction. You mentioned that the lake is in the Lake District area, which is the northwest of England, or wherever the place it is. It's in Canada, India, Australia, wherever it is. As you can guess by the name, so I added one extra line mentioning, like, as the way you have mentioned the name, it is very famous for its beautiful lakes. So obviously the Lake District, the national park, they should be famous for the beautiful lakes that we have mentioned. The area is also known as the lakes, and it's the national park. So you see how within these points we have covered this question, and this one is done. Now next, I have visited it many times because I live only a few hours away from there. Now they have asked how often you have visited it. You mentioned it that you visit there many times because it's only few hours away from your location. Now to extend this question, because remember we need to make the speaking like 1 to 2 minutes approximately, like when you're preparing, irrespective whether your examiner is listening to your cue card for half a minute or full minute. So what you say is, I have visited many times. I usually go every summer. So you mentioned like you go there every summer, and I have been going for many years now, probably since this. So if some of you have moved to Canada and you want to mention that you started going to the lake when you came here, you can do that. Like since last 5 years, you have been visiting that lake every year with your friends and family. So what we do there, we used to go a lot in my summer holidays when I was at school. So this is like the different points we have added. You also mentioned you go there with your mom, dad, your family, and with your friends quite a time. Now what they are saying, there are lots of, now it's for the activities, that what activities you do there. So what you say, you do a lot of activities there. At this lake we go to there a lot of water sports. So obviously water is associated with water sports. So this is the key. You see how we are relating them. You mentioned you do a lot of water sports there, like jet skiing, sailing, kayaking, and different. And they said there are plenty to do even if you don't like those kind of activities. And you are mentioning that that place has more than these activities if you don't like to do the jet skiing, sailing, or kayaking. You can go walking around the lake. See the walking word we have used, like you can go walking there or further out into the areas around the lake, because there are many areas which are really beautiful. So everything you are mentioning with the beautiful, the beauty of the lake.